Hello. So I'm just going to give a quick run through on how I do my basing, because I've had a couple of people asking that, so I thought I'd give one a rough idea. So here we go. So the first thing I do is I get a base, MDF base, and I cross hatch it. Can you see that? If it comes out, yeah. So I just cross hatch it with Stanley knife. Simples. And the next thing I do, glue the models to it. And then when the models are glued to it, I'll put some PVA all over it. About 50-50 mix of water all around the bases of models and all over there. Then when that's still tacky, I will apply filler. They're just standard household filler, like this. Stuff. How much that cost me? £1.80. And it's lasts forever. So while the filler's still a bit tacky or a bit wet, that's when I'll put my stones on. Can be a bit tricky. Just plop them roughly where you want them. I'm not going to put too many on this one. There we go. One more. There. And then I'll use a paintbrush and I'll just, this is hard to do on camera, I'll just push them down into place like that. And then I'll get some PVA, so they're a little bit, mix some water in with it, get it nice and runny, like that. And then I'll just put that all over these stones. The reason I do it while the filler's still wet like this is because you can push it down, push the stones down onto the base, and then they look like they've been there for a while. Excuse me, coughing. They look like they've been there for a long time because they'll sink into the mud, in effect. If you're using cork, I do cork at the same time there as well. Just push that straight down. So the next stage then, I'm not going to teach you all how to dry brush because I'm guessing you all know how to do that already, is I just dry brush it up. I've gone for a kind of sandstone-y thing. Normally I just paint the rocks grey. This time I've gone sandstone. And so to start off with, I use Vallejo Flat Earth, and quite a heavy dry brush of yellow ochre or any desert yellowy sandy colour, and then a very, very light brush of bone, and that gives you that effect. So the next thing I do then is I will put the static flock on. So I mean, the key with that is just not straight lines and don't put it everywhere, just bits and pieces like that. Still see that's still quite wet. And then the next stage is to put the tufts on. So I found the best way to do this is to see your tuft's got a side like that. It's just to dab it in PVA like that, and then shove it on the base where you want it. And then I use a whole variety of different tufts and stuff. And I just kind of build it up bit by bit. Bit by bit. So I'll put that to one side for a second, then I'll show you some that I've completed. Oh, don't fall as well. So there we go. So that's what you should end up with, something like this. And I'll bring all these up. These are still a little bit tacky as well. The PVA is still a bit wet. Oh yeah, nearly forgot. When you're at this stage, the dry brushing, a lot of people forget to do this. You see the edge on this, it's all where you see where I've gone over the dry brush and all sorts of stuff. So if you look at that one, don't know if you can see it in the light, but what I've done on here is I've painted all the edge. So if you can imagine your miniatures, like a little a picture. So that is your picture frame. And it just finishes, a lot of people forget to do this, and it just finishes off your miniature if you get it right. And for that I use a dark brown, flat brown in this case, but it just frames off your minis, and it puts it into a little, I don't know, like a little picture frame. And that's basically it. That's basically how I do my bases. So I hope that's of some help to someone or some people out there. Thank you, by the way, for everyone that leaves me a little comment, even if it's just a little, you know, 1-2 words. It does help encourage me to keep going. So thank you very much for that. Enjoying everyone else's videos, so keep them coming, and I will speak to you all soon. Bye.